Hello class, and welcome to lesson 4.7, which is the last video in unit 4, and it's review. So we're going to recap all the units information. Make sure you know where to find these formulas on your formula sheet. Should be on the back side. And the cool thing about your formula sheet is that they label them. So which one's mutually exclusive, non-mutually exclusive, etc. Odds. Okay, so if you forget, for example, the difference between odds and probability, look at your formula sheet. It'll give you a hint. Okay. All right, so first of all, we talked about our first topic was some basic terminology related to probability. So make sure you know terminology, the basic formula for theoretical probability. Make sure you know the differences between the three different types of probability. Experimental is where you do the experiment yourself. Subjective is where you do it based on intuition, like a weather report. And then theoretical is using the laws and the theories. Okay? And just remember, empirical is the same as experimental. Okay. We then talked about the complement, which is the opposite or the indirect way of happening. So if it's event A, it's going to be A prime as the complement. Okay. Dice totals, that can be a tricky one. Sometimes you have to create an outcome chart or a frequency diagram like a tree diagram, or with permutations, combinations, you might need to do a lineup, and whichever restrictions are covered, make sure you do that. Okay, so you might need some method of organizing your information here. All right, so just remember the basic formula for the probability of event, okay, equals the number of ways that the event occurs divided by the number total in the sample. Okay, so if I did, for example, the probability of rolling a 3, that's going to equal 1 chance in 6. When I take a look at probability. Now, to compare that to odds, ladies and gentlemen, odds, if we take a look in favor, okay, odds is different, okay? It compares the number of ways the event can occur divided by the number of ways it doesn't occur, so it's complement. So if I was taking a look at the odds of a 3, rolling a 3, okay, it's going to be 1 out of, instead of 6, it's going to be out of 5. So make sure you've got that. Make sure you know how to do odds against. Okay. And how to convert to and from a probability question. Okay. All right. Now we take a look at probability using counting techniques. Okay. So when we have counting techniques, these are the harder ones. They involve combinations and permutations, especially the birthday problem. Remember, folks, make sure you study one like that, know how to use that. Okay, and the key is here, folks, is to find out the number of ways that event can occur divided by the number of total possible ways. Okay. We then broke our events into 2 different categories. First of all, it can be either independent or dependent events. How can you tell? Well, you have to take a look at the compound events and make sure that one has an impact on the other. Okay? All right? And that's what we call conditional probability if it's dependent. Okay? All right. Next, we took a look at mutually exclusive versus non-mutually exclusive events. So mutually exclusive means that they occur separately. So A and B, they can't occur at the same time, so there's no overlap. So the probability for that, if it's mutually exclusive, guys, it's going to be probability of A or B, okay, just equals the probability of A plus the probability of B. Okay? Because they're mutually exclusive. However, if they're non-mutually exclusive, they're going to have a bit of overlap. So the outcome of one may affect the outcome of the other. Okay? So when we do probability for that, probability A or B, it's going to look a little different. Okay? It's going to equal the probability of A plus the probability of B, subtract the probability of A and B. Sorry, it's kind of smushy in there. So B, A and B. All right? Okay, and that's why you're subtracting the overlap, which is here, guys, on the Venn diagram. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, taking a look at your homework, it's page 343, number 16, and 357, 1 to 17. There's a lot of these folks. You may just want to do something like a, for these, I would say for number 6, actually, just do 6 ABC. Okay, for that one, when you get to 6. And again, do whichever ones that you need help with. I realize with time restrictions you may not be able to get them all, but try that. I've also posted some homework question answers on the back here, just to help you if you need some help. All right, so take a look at those, folks. Have a great day, and of course, come see me if you need help, and get studying for your test because it's coming up very soon. Ciao.